I turn the key, the door creaked wide. Dusty air and space inside. The couch still leans where we once lay, but nothing warm has chose to stay. The record stack, the books half read, a note you left, a word unsaid. The echo of your morning hum now hides inside the ticking drum. I'm back to empty rooms tonight, shadows dancing in pale light. You're left without a bang or bruise, just silence and your fading shoes. I water plants that stop their bloom. I talk to ghosts in every room. The road's piano hums along, like it remembers all our songs. I thought this house could hold us still, but walls can't hold what's lost at will. And every light I switch back on reminds me that you're truly gone. I'm back to empty rooms again, with just the keys and phantom rain. And though your scent still haunts the air, your love's no longer anywhere. We sat across a quiet bar. Your eyes were near, but thoughts were far. You held your drink, you bit your tongue, and all I heard was what's unsung. The lights were low, your smile unsure, a ghost of what we had before. You raised a glass but didn't toast, just sipped to dreams that hurt the most. This love's a half-filled glass, you see. One side you, one side me. We drank the spark, we lost the flame, and only silence still remains. I tried to pour my heart again, but you just nodded through the pain. The jazz guitar played soft and slow, like endings that we'd never show. And though you didn't say goodbye, the space between us told a lie. A quiet clink, the ice that thought our story paused, never resolved. This love's a half-filled glass, we know, still on the table, but My wristwatch stopped at 4:15. The day you said you'd leave the scene. The wall clock ticks but out of sync, and I just sit too tired to think. The jazz guitar plays half a line, like broken thoughts inside my spine. The melody forgets its turn, like time itself refuses burn. All the clocks are wrong today. They skip, they stall, they fade away. Since you walked out that final dawn, the hours pass but never move on. I tried to set the hands anew, but they all spin and none for you. The chords don't land, they hover slow, like seconds stretched in undertow. You took the rhythm when you left every tick in disarray. Now all I hear are notes and sighs, and broken time beneath gray skies. All the clocks are wrong tonight, and love no longer tells what's right. So I just sit with shattered song and wait where you were all alone. I wrote you words I couldn't say, then folded them and walked away. Left them on the kitchen chair, beneath the vase beside your stair. The paper thin, the ink still blue. My heart poured out in lines to you, but morning came, you didn't look, just grabbed your keys and left the nook. Folded notes on the table stay, waiting for the right replay. A song unsung, a page unturned, a silent flame that slowly burned. The piano plays a patient tune, like sunlight crawling past the moon. I read the note again last night, as if your voice might make it right. Some love is quiet, some unclaimed, some only lies lives went left unnamed, and though the words were never read, they still remain, though love has fled. Folded notes on the table lie like shadows caught beneath. Goodbye, if you return, you'll see them still, a truth I couldn't speak, but feel. You used to call at 8 p.m. We'd talk till midnight, felt like 10. But now I stare into my phone while silence fills this hollow home. The roads between us never end, each mile a word you didn't send. I scroll through texts that never came and whisper softly just your name. Miles of silence, nothing more, no echoes knocking at my door. I wait through days that speak in code on this long and quiet road. Your saxophone still plays in dreams, in smoky bars and faded scenes. But every note you used to blow is gone, just air without a soul. But you don't signal, not a sight, and so I sing into the air, pretending that you're somewhere there. Miles of silence, notes unplayed, a love we let drift and fade. No voicemail, no returning tone, smiles, and I'm still alone. We built a story page by page in corner booths and midnight stage. You said we'll write it as we go, but time rewrote it soft and slow. The double bass kept time beneath while we just danced and lost belief. We didn't fight, we didn't fall, we just forgot to feel it all. I still remember quiet days when silence slipped between our gaze. The little laughs began to fade, as if we knew but were afraid. We thought the love would write itself, but left the chapters on the shelf. No final scene, no closing door, just less and less of what came before. We forgot coffee cooled, the songs grew still, our names grew quiet, yet we'd still pretend we didn't feel the fade, as if that kept the hurt at bay. I should have asked if we were done, but no one names the setting sun. We let it slide like gentle rain, till all that's left was just refrain. Some loves explode, some loves collapse, but ours just slipped into the gaps. I sometimes wish we screamed that day instead of slowly drifted gray. We earned a break, we earned an end, but never wrote what might have been. And now I wander through the plot, remembering what we forgot. We forgot the ending, love, and now there's no one to speak of. Just pages torn and unturned lines, and whispered echoes in my mind. You left a pause I can't define, and in that space you're still half mine. No credits rolled, no curtain fall, just silence that explained it all. The bass still hums that final tone, and in its hum I'm not alone. For though you're gone, I still pretend that someday we'll write the end, end. I wrote again last night at 2. Just ask how are you out the blue. I watch the screen stay dry and blank, while heartbeats fill the empty tank. The trumpet moaned its silent cry, like clouds that pass without a sky. You used to dance to every tone, now I'm just playing it alone. No reply in blue tonight, just fading stars and traffic lights. I send my soul across the wire, but your side never caught the fire. The music sways like thoughts of you, each muted note a shade of truth. I speak in brass and smoke in dreams, you speak in silence, it redeems. A heartbeat echo I can't feel. The trumpet sighs, the night is wide, but you won't play the other side. No reply in blue, just air. My love still floats but finds no care. And if you hear this trumpet's cry, just know it's me who never said goodbye. You smiled so wide in that old shot, that summer light, the love we got. I framed it just above the bed, but now it whispers what we said. The colors fade, the edges curl, but there you are, my whole old world. The muted guitar softly plays, and time rewinds for just a phrase. There are echoes through the frame, each line repeating just your name. Though you're not here, you're still the sound in every chord that comes around. I hold the photo to my chest, your laughter plays within my breath. And though the world keeps moving past, this moment's one, I'll make it last. A string, a sigh, a whispered line, you're still the rhythm in my spine. The song we made still gently plays through yellowed glass and yesterdays. There are echoes through the frame of joy, of sorrow, none to blame. A still life love we couldn't save now sings from inside picture frames. We met in spring beneath the cherry tree. The world was soft, just you and me. Your laugh was warm, your eyes were new, and every breath was filled with you. Summer came with golden skies, our fingers laced, no need for lies. But seasons turn with silent grace, and something vanished from your face. There are seasons between us now, a garden we forgot to plow. I call your name through falling leaves, but all that answer is the breeze. Autumn left a trail of sighs, like faded sun in colder skies. We spoke less than not at all, like trees that brace for winter's call. There are seasons between our hearts, too far gone to restart. you're a shadow lost in light. If I could trap the spring in jars and bottle warmth from morning stars, I'd send it to your colder place in hopes to thaw your frozen face. There are seasons between us now, and none of them remember how we held the world in open hands before time slipped like golden sand. I still stand where flowers grew, but all the colors left with you. Your fingers brushed against my skin, a quiet flame we held within. No fireworks, no sharp goodbyes, just ashes drifting in our eyes. You lit a smoke with hands so slow, as if the night would never go. I watched the tendrils rise and fade, like all the vows we never made. Fingertips of smoke and sound, a clarinet that circles round. Your breath, your sigh, your shadows wait, all leave before they can translate. The silence spoke what we both knew, that staying now would be untrue. The night held fast, the air stood still, yet nothing stronger than your will. I tried to speak, the words dissolved, like smoke we never could resolve. And when the last note took its flight, you disappeared into the night. Fingertips of smoke remain, a final breath, a gentle pain. The clarinet plays low and wide for everything we left inside. Fingertips of smoke remain, a final breath, a gentle pain. The clarinet plays low and wide for everything we left inside. You said you'd be by dawn. One more trip and then you're home. I kissed your coat, I watched you leave. The platform shook beneath my grief. The train moved slow but felt so fast, as if it knew this ride would last. The bass line thumped like my own heart, each note a mile we'd grow apart. Left behind at the station door, just me and echoes on the floor. No hand to hold, no window wave, just empty tracks and songs we gave. I watched the sky turn steel and red, the coffee cold, the words unsaid. The upright bass just hums your name while I replay our last refrain. The board says nothing's on delay, but something in me's gone away. You missed the train back to my soul, and now I'm here, but not quite whole. Left behind at the station still, the bass walks slow, but never will bring back the rhythm we once knew. It just keeps pulsing without you. There's dust on books we used to share. Your coffee cup still lingers there, but nothing broke, no shattered frame, just a sadness I can't quite name. The upright bass begins to breathe, a quiet pulse beneath the grief. Not storm, not scream, not even flame, just a sadness without a name. No final fight, no suitcase sound, no shouting echo through the ground. You faded like a whispered tune that disappears before it blooms. And now I sit where light once played, in afternoons that never stayed. I reach for you, but all that came was a sadness I can't quite name. It's not regret, it's not despair, it's something floating in the air, a hollow spot the light won't fill, a memory that won't sit still. I try to cry, but nothing lands, just silence cupped inside my hands. You're not to blame, I'm not the same, just lost in a word I can't quite name. I find your scarf, it smells like spring, but doesn't spark remembering just lingers soft like distant smoke, a warmth that vanished when we spoke. No answers came, no pages turned, just time that passed and bridges burned. No one to curse, no one to claim, just a sadness I can't quite name. If love can leave without a sound, without a crack, without a wound, then maybe this is how it ends. No enemy, no need to mend, but something lingers in the shade of what we were and didn't say. It haunts the air like gentle rain, a sadness I can't explain. It's not goodbye, it's not hello, it's somewhere love forgot to go. A quiet room, a distant hum, a song undone before it's drummed. You're not gone wrong, I'm not betrayed. We just outgrew what never stayed, and now I sit with just this frame of sadness I can't quite name. The bass still plays a single line that fades like us outside of time. No blame, no fire, no one to tame, just a sadness I'll never name. The coat still hangs behind the door, your books untouched, your shoes on floor. The chair you love still leans a bit, as if you'd just come back and sit. The violin begins to cry like windows weep in morning sky. This room still breathes in soft perfume, and every shadow holds your name. I'll water plants you used to tend, and play your vinyl now and then. Your coffee mug stays by the sink, I wash it slow. I always think how something small could hold so much, a memory trapped in shape and touch. You're not around, yet here you are, in every light, in every scar. The room still wears your name, you know, in books unread and candle glow. The way the blanket folds itself, the air that hums like no one else. You left but didn't take it all. The space still echoes every call. I try to move, but it's the same. This room still wears your name. The mirror fogs but shows you still, the way you stood so soft, so still. I reach but touch the emptiness, and dress the silence like a guest. The violin begins again, it plays what words could not defend. A love that lived in every shelf and broke when we forgot ourselves. Some say to pack, to paint, to change, but grief does not obey such a range. It clings to doorknobs, drapes, and light, and fills the spaces left each night. I keep it all, not out of pain, but just to hear you once again, in creaking floorboards in the flame. This room still softly speaks your name. The room still wears your name, my love, in ceilings low and skies above, in drawers half closed and keys misplaced, in photos time refused to waste. I live with all the things you touched, as if the past could give me much. You're gone but somehow not the same, because this room still wears your name. The violin fades into night, a single note, a fading light. And as I close the window pane, I whisper once, you still remain. The coat still hangs behind the door, your books untouched, your shoes on floor. The chair you loved still leans a bit, as if you just come back and sit. The violin begins to cry, like windows weep in morning sky. This room still breathes in soft perfume, and every shadow holds your name. I water plants you used to tend, and play your vinyl now and then. Your coffee mug stays by the sink, I wash it slow. I always think how something small could hold so much, a memory trapped in shape and touch. You're not around, yet here you are, in every light, in every scar. The room still wears your name, you know, in books unread and candle glow. The way the blanket folds itself, the air that hums like no one else. You left but didn't take it all. This space still echoes every call. I try to move, but it's the same. This room still wears your name. The mirror fogs but shows you still, the way you stood so soft, so still. I reach but touch the emptiness and dress the silence like a guest. The violin begins again, it plays what words could not defend. A love that lived in every shelf and broke when we forgot ourselves. Some say to pack, to paint, to change, but grief does not obey such range. It clings to doorknobs, drapes, and light, and fills the spaces left each night. I keep it all, not out of pain, but just to hear you once again, in creaking floorboards in the flame. This room still softly speaks your name. The room still wears your name, my love, in ceilings low and skies above, in drawers half closed and keys misplaced, in photos time refused to waste. I live with all the things you touched, as if the past could give me much. You're gone, but somehow not the same, because this room still wears your name. The violin fades into night, a single note of fading light. And as I close the window pane, I whisper once, you still remain. I walked the boulevard alone. The night was deep, the breeze had grown. The bench we shared still holds its shape, but not your voice, not your escape. I passed the corner where you kissed, That moment now is just a mist. The trumpet cries like city rain, remembering what we can't regain. Street lights don't remember love. They flicker high and shine above, but no one knows the steps we took, the way we burned, the time we shook. The cafe closed, the window cold, the same old streets, but we grew old. I whispered you to alley air, but nothing turned and no one cared. The muted horn begins to moan, a sound that knows I'm not alone. These lights still glow for other hearts, but not for ours, now torn apart. Violet don't remember names, they just illuminate our games. And though I walk with fading grace, they shine on someone else's face. Just illuminate our games. And though I walk with fading grace, they shine on someone else's face. I used to wish on every star, send silent prayers to where you are. I lit a flame with every night and watched it flicker out of sight. But now the sky feels heavy closed, as if the moon itself had froze. The trumpet whispers low and wide, like wind that's got no place to hide. No space left in the sky above for broken hearts or endless love. I fill the night with all I knew, but none of it came back from you. I write your name in breath and ash, but stars don't speak, they only flash. music plays, the horn still bends in tones that never find their end. I gave the universe my all, but sometimes stars just let you fall. And even heaven won't reply when love's run out of room to try. No space left in the sky tonight, no room for dreams or second light, just fading brass and burning blue, and all my words still stuck on you. I wrote your name in every drop of rain, as if the sky could carry my pain. I sealed my words in clouds of gray, but the wind just blew them far away. I watched the ink begin to run, like time escaping what we'd begun. Each letter washed into the street where lonely shadows tend to meet. These letters in the rain, they never reach you. Each one a thought I couldn't say. They disappear in puddles near my feet, like memories slowly fading day by day. I speak your name through window glass, but all that answers is the past. My coffee cools, the room grows still, while silence wraps around my will. These letters in the rain, they blur and vanish, just like the promises we made. No envelope, no stamp, no hand, just sorrow soaked in yesterday. I used to write in golden ink, now every line just makes me sink. But still I trace your name again beneath the endless crying rain. These letters in the rain, they say I miss you, though time has torn the words apart, and every drop upon this page is just a tear that left my heart. So if you ever feel the storm, know I was there, still right. came slow that Tuesday night, like it had nowhere else to be. It tapped the glass like distant thoughts, then settled in quietly. I watched it trace the old porch steps, the path where we would often talk. Your shadow faded with the storm, but echoes lingered in your walk. The upright piano played itself in creaks and keys we left behind. You'd sit and hum without a tune, and I would harmonize in time. Now silence holds the melody, while puddles form around the past, and all I hear is distant grief, a love too tender, gone too fast. What the rain left behind was more than tears on the sill. It carved your name in water that time could never still. A letter never sent, a cup you didn't clear, a scent that haunts my sweater, a voice I almost hear. It wasn't thunder that remained, just what the rain left behind. I wore your coat to face the storm, though summer tried to make it right. The sleeves were long, the wind was sharp, but it still felt like you that night. I passed the bench beneath the tree, the one you carved with trembling hand. The rain had washed your name away, but I still saw it in the sand. We think love fades with rainfall's touch, but water keeps what we forget. The sidewalk holds our laughter still, the drain pipe sings of our regret. Some say the past will always dry, but mine replays in drops that fall. Each one contains a word we missed, a kiss we couldn't make at all. What the rain left behind was not just sky on the ground. It soaked into my longing. It played where you're not found, a piano barely breathing, a window sealed in blue, a house that won't stop listening for something still like you. No thunder, no rewind, just what the rain left behind. The last drop hit the garden stone. I stood and watched, completely still. You're gone and yet the rain remains with everything I feel. I found a photo, bent, torn, our faces faded, edges worn. You had that smile I used to chase, but now it looks like someone else's face. The organ hums a low refrain, like asking things I can't explain. A melody too still to feel. Were we ever real? I tell my friends we had our time. They nod and pour another wine. I fake a grin, I fake the tale, but deep inside it all feels pale. I close my eyes and hear your name, but can't recall how you once came, or if you touched me just to heal, or if we were ever real. Did you love me or love the role I played so well to make us whole? Did I see truth or just pretend that something broken wouldn't bend? We said forever, soft and slow, but maybe I just didn't know the difference love and need conceal. Tell me, were we real? The couch still holds the shape you left, but was it love or just a guest? Were we two souls who softly merged, or strangers wrapped in common words? The organ sways in minor chords like questions time has never cured. I wait for something firm to feel, but nothing proves we were real. Memory paints in colors blurred, it changes tone in every word, and maybe I've romanticized what wasn't love, just compromise. Or maybe love was truly there, but not enough for us to share. And now I search through every peel of truth that never healed. I wore your coat, you sang my song, but did we both just play along? I held your hand, but did you stay? Or were you always walking away? I tell myself that it was deep, but now I only lose sleep, wondering what time might reveal. Were we real? The organ fades, the question stays, like smoke that never finds its blaze. And in the quiet I still kneel, not sure if we were real. I saw you in that old cafe, the one we used to meet halfway. You stirred your drink, I caught your eyes, a flicker lost in lullabies. The harmonica began to moan like wind through streets we used to own, and for a breath it felt like then we almost spoke again. You smiled polite, then looked away. I nearly called, but let it lay. My fingers tapped the tabletop. My courage rose, then slowly dropped. We sat like strangers in the light that once held us in softer nights, and silence pressed where words had been. We almost spoke again. What would I say? What could you hear? 1,000 days, 1,000 fears. I almost asked if you still dream of dancing slow in movie scenes, but time had turned us both to stone, and now our history walks alone. The past was loud but present then, and so we almost spoke again. The harmonica cried one low note like letters we had never wrote. I traced my spoon along the glass and felt the weight of things that pass. You left a tip and stood to go. Your coat was same, your face more slow. You paused and turned, but in the end we didn't speak again. Maybe silence was our grace, a tender wound we didn't face. To speak would break the fragile thread of what was once, of what we said. So I just watched you fade from view, a living ghost of me and you. And though no word escaped our skin, we both knew we'd almost spoke again. The air still held what hearts once screamed of half-lived love and half-lost dreams. And in that space between goodbye was something neither could deny. A glance, a breath, a hope to we touched but didn't pen. We almost spoke again. The harmonica fades like dusk, a fading light, a quiet trust. We didn't speak, we didn't bend, but still we almost spoke again. I was just walking home, no plans. The city breathed through quiet hands. The clouds hung low, the light was gray, but something soft got in the way. The flugelhorn began to moan, like distant love left all alone. I looked up once and there you were, in sky too quiet to disturb. That shade of blue I'd seen before, the way your eyes would drift, explore. The sun broke through just like your laugh, that came and went in photographs. I thought of times we never claimed, of things we lost but never named, and how that sky refused to fade. It looked like you then slipped away. The sky looked like you that day. little bright, a little gray, like love we held but couldn't keep, a gentle fall, a hidden deep. I stopped and stared, forgot to breathe, like time had folded underneath. And though you left with things unsaid, the sky still wore your voice instead. A breeze moved past like your old coat, still warm with thoughts you used to float. I tried to chase it down the street, but air like love won't let you meet. I whispered lines we used to share, as if the clouds still held you there, and smiled the way you used to frown. A mirror turned the wrong way round. They say that grief comes in disguise, in songs, in rain, in open skies. And maybe I was just confused, but something there had not refused. The way you lingered in the blue, the way the light still pulled me through. I knew you'd gone and yet you stayed. That sky would never quite explain. The sky looked like you that day, and held the words I didn't say. A storm that never came to be, a calm that burned too quietly. I left you there in clouds and air, but part of me still waited there, for skies to shift, for dusk to play. The sky that looked like you that day. The flugelhorn now fades and bends, like letters lost you'll never send. And in the wind I heard you say, I was the sky just once that day. The clock strikes 1, I close my eyes. You come in fragments, soft and wise. Your voice, a candle in my room, but midnight fades too soon. The begins to moan, a melody that once was home. You held me close in every phrase. Now time just pulls the sound away. Midnight fades too soon for me. I wanna sleep inside your key, but dawn arrives and you dissolve, a mystery I can't resolve. to freeze what's left behind. But shadows shift and light betrays the love that only night obeys. The clarinet still sings your name, a weeping song I cannot tame. It echoes soft inside my spine, as if your breath is still in mine. Midnight lazy breaks the spell, and you return to where you dwell. But till the stars can shine once more, I'll wait beside our closing door.
Higher ongoings. For Lure of City, collection signs in the way that I will have to think short song ideas. Artifact, die Tang put into the half paper of comfortables remains in pre-fleets. One will be true, and I train the agile on what appropriates thirst. I borrowings are for social with that.
There's a road beyond the shore where we once stood and asked for more. Your coat was thin, the sky was wide. We held the dusk side by side. The baritone sax softly played like autumn leaves that won't be stayed. You smiled, then looked the other way, and somehow love began to stray. We carved our names into a tree, thinking time would let them be. But wind and rain wore down the bark, just like our fire lost its spark. I pass that tree when nights grow long, and wonder if we both were wrong. We said forever far too fast, and left before the roots could last. Where the wind forgot our names, that's where our love still gently blames. The careless dreams, the youthful fire, the things we thought would not expire. We didn't break, we didn't burn, just slowly missed each quiet turn. And now we drift like songs unclaimed in places where the wind forgot our names. I still recall the way you'd hum a tune that made the silence numb. The sax would echo through the room like smoke that danced and met its doom. The final night you didn't cry, just whispered low, we've said goodbye. But I still wait by that old tree for winds to bring you back to me. Time is cruel, it doesn't pause. It keeps on walking without cause. And all the places that we kissed now hold the weight of what we missed. But sometimes when the branches sway, I hear your voice just float away, as if it's riding on the breeze with all the might of memories. Where the wind forgot our names, I go alone and call the same. Your echo fades but won't let go, a love too deep for time to know. We weren't meant to burn or shine, but simply live, then leave behind a trace in dust, a word in flames, where silence forgot our names. The saxophone now slowly sighs beneath the faded endless skies. And though the world forgets our claims, I still remember where the wind forgot our names. You knew the way I took my tea. You knew the names in your family. We learned each side silent cue, until there wasn't much left new. The guitar hummed a steady phrase, a rhythm dulled by passing days. And love, it faded not in gray, but in the things we said each day. I'd finish thoughts you didn't speak. You'd fold my shirt the same each week. No more surprise, no rising flame, just comfort wrapped in someone's name. Comfort turns to quiet ache when nothing's left at stake to break. We smiled and ate, then walked away, too familiar to stay. No one cheated, no one screamed, We just dissolved inside routine, like colors left out in the light, fading slowly, losing fight. And though we held on out of grace, we lost each other face by face, not from a storm or harsh decay, just too familiar to stay. I still recall your worn-out laugh, the way you cut your toast in half. You kissed my cheek with perfect aim, but it began to feel the same. And sameness, though it holds us warm, can also blur what once transformed. Until we look, then drift away, too familiar to stay. Some lovers burn, some lovers freeze, some die beneath unspoken needs. But we just stared across the fire and saw the end without desire. Not anger, no, but quiet dread that love had laid itself to bed. And waking in meant more dismay than gently walking away. We memorized each word and tone until our hearts felt not our own. And when you left, it wasn't pain, just silence I could not explain. We knew too much, we said too few, we held too long what wasn't true. Not strangers, no, not quite that way, just too familiar to stay. The guitar plays, then softly fades, a song we hummed too many days. And now I miss you in a way that knows why we couldn't stay. You knew the way I took my tea. I knew the names in your family. We learned each side. I found the record on the shelf. You used to play it by yourself. The cover torn, the sleeve turned gray, but still it sings of yesterday. I wipe the dust with steady care and place the needle like a prayer. The upright bass began to hum, a rhythm slow, a beating drum. Dust on the vinyl crackles and sighs, echoes of love that never dies. Your laughter in the background play still haunts this rainy Saturday. Still up way, up ba-da-da-da-da. The music stumbles, skips and sways like we did in our final days. Each groove a memory wrapped in sound of moments lost but never found. Dust on the vinyl, spinning low. I let it play what I won't show, and in that groove you live again. For just one side, for just one spin. Oh, 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 I'll go for the with it, with it, with it, with it, wherever it goes. Dust on the vinyl, spinning low. I let it play what I won't show, and in that groove you live again. For just one side, for just one. I found the record on the shelf. You used to play it by yourself. The cover torn, the sleeve turned gray, but still it sings of yesterday. I wipe the dust with steady care A bright bass began to hum, a rhythm slow, a beating drum. Dust on the vinyl crackles and sighs, echoes of love that never dies. Your laughter in the background play still haunts this rainy Saturday. The music stumbles, skips and sways like we did in our final days. Each groove a memory wrapped in sound, of moments lost but never found.